All right, so welcome everybody one more time. Mr. Enrique Becco at your service. I'm going to be telling you today, give me a big hello first. I just want to get some energy, get some excitement in the room. I'm going to be telling you today how to become a one-click Insta local celebrity and what the heck that exactly means. All right. Now, before we get started, I have a couple of questions because this is pretty huge, and this is a way to really close those high-price deals. Now, who here is the ultimate authority and commands ultimate respect as a local consultant? And what I mean is, when I say local authority, when I talk about respect, I'm talking about like that lawyer that everyone in your town knows because he is the lawyer to go to. It could be an accountant, same thing. And when it comes to mobile, when it comes to local, are you that person? Give me a yes or a not yet. Give me a yes or a not yet. And I do see a ton of not yets. And that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about today, because it is so important to have that positioning. Why? Because when people come to you, they respect you, and not only can you charge higher prices, you can provide more value because people are going to be listening. Now, number two, who here is an author? Give me a yes or give me a not yet. All right, put it right now in the question box. And I see almost everybody. I do see about maybe 3 or 4 yeses. Otherwise, I see about 200 not yets. Okay, so I know out of our group, for example, Jeff. He's one of our one guy that's been with us for a really long time as a customer. He's an author as well, but most people are not. 99% of the people on here aren't. And the thing, let me ask you, before we go on and talk about this a little bit more in detail, if you hear about an author in a field, let's say such as SEO, all right, do you assume that they are an authority figure? Just coming straight up off of it, do you assume they are? And yes, of course. All right, if they're talking about weight loss, whatever it may be, you automatically assume that, and I'm going to tell you exactly how you can become one as well. So if you want to be an authority figure in your field, if you want to build that ultimate trust, those client relationships, and give your clients and customers more value, it's not necessarily just about your positioning. It's about providing value, and maybe massage your ego by seeing your pretty face on the cover of a hardcover book. Then that is what we're going to be talking about, because I'm going to show you how you can be an instant authority and even a celebrity like myself. I don't want to be full of it, but you know what I mean. With just basically a few clicks. How to do that in a few simple steps. And what we're going to be covering is a top secret way to get high-priced clients that have the utmost respect for you, how to leverage becoming an author to also get more leads, and then how that positioning will allow you, not only you're going to get a lot more customers, but you're really only going to want to work with only a few, all right? Because you want to work with those high-ticket clients, those clients that are potentially going to be paying you $2,500 or more, and you can deliver much more value for them and pay attention to their specific situations, all right? So let me tell you a little bit about myself, and let me get a yes, let me give a no if you don't necessarily know who I am. And I want to see, give me a yes or a no if you don't know who Enrique Becco is, all right? Myself, and I see a couple no's, because you might have been sent here by some of our affiliates as well. So let me give you a brief introduction, and for all those the other kind of maybe probably 80% of the people that do know who I am, I'm going to go through this real quick because I don't want to necessarily bore you. But come from a corporate background, and when I was in corporate, you know, the cool thing that happened to me was that if anyone on here has been laid off, and I'm sure quite a bit of people have, or maybe you had someone close to you. I recently as well had someone that's very close to me that got laid off. Luckily, I'm in a little bit of a different position. But yeah, I mean, they basically got back to me and said, hey, there's no head count, which is a euphemism for, hey, we got to let you go because, yeah, we're cutting down, and, you know, some of your peers are more important than you, so we're kind of firing you. Now, the thing was, though, I didn't have a senior position. I wasn't an authority figure. I didn't have any status. And at that time, you know, I blamed the system. But if I look at it, there were a few certain things that I'm going to be talking about as well today that I could have done that could have changed that. Now, then I went on and did some things on Fiverr as well. However, I was on the other side. So if you know Fiverr, everyone on here, I'm sure if you want to put a yes in there, but I'm sure everyone here knows Fiverr. But the thing is, you're probably not actually doing services. You're not you're not actually trying to get clients on Fiverr. And unfortunately, you get $4. You don't even get $5 on Fiverr. So it's a really fun time. But there were some hard lessons, and one of those was that I didn't command any authority at all. And that's why these clients were treating me like crap. That's why I was only getting $4 when I looked, and people were getting literally 100 times as much, sometimes even 200 times as much for doing the same type of PowerPoint presentation. For example, that was one of the services that I was offering there. 100 to 200 times as much for doing that same type of service. And now, why was that? And it wasn't necessarily that the work was any different. It was that they were experiencing different positioning. You know, and fast forward, I don't want to kind of go through too much of this stuff, but you know, we've worked with quite a bit of clients. Took actually some of those clients, turned one of them into a $25,000 client. And you know, you may have heard of me, you may have not, but regarding the internet marketing space, the mobile marketing space, Squeeze Mobi stands and is positioned as an authority figure. And I'm going to teach you today how you can do the same thing for yourself locally. For example, Charles Rupert, when we released this to him, he was one of our early beta testers. He said, hey, I got a couple pages designed with this, integrated it with something else, something you may know as well, and it gave me 30% better results. People were more excited. They were clicking through. I was building my list of local business owners, and it was working. Now, you may say, and please give me a yes. Please give me a yes if you resonate with this, that you feel that you're not an authority figure. All right? And how are you supposed to be one when maybe you don't have any clients? If you don't have any clients, how can you become an authority figure? We're going to go over this. Number two, even if you had clients, maybe you can't write or you hate writing. All right? Some people might love here, love writing on here, but you probably can't write, maybe especially not as good as a professional author. And even if you did want to write, it's going to take too much time. And honestly, the money is not worth it. Or is it? Because it can cost up to $20,000 to become that authority figure, to get that celebrity status. Now, I want to break it to you, and this is the good news. You might already be an author. You just don't know about it. And the thing is, who on here has at least one of these? Give me a yes. Some website content, any website, and most people should. For example, if you got in on our last product on Instaportfolio, then you probably have some website content. What about blog posts? What about social media? And I see yeses. I don't see one no here. Social media posts. Maybe one-page handouts that you give clients. Any other printed electronic material you send them that was created by you. And I see a ton of yeses, which gets me excited because the thing is, whether you write posts for yourself, whether you outsource it, you have someone else do that for you, this information, and this is the biggest thing, it's specialized information that is created by you or your team, and it's impacting your customers and clients. And that's what it's about. It's about creating value, something that's valuable. It's not about becoming an author just to put your name on something. It's about making a difference, having an effect on your clients, on these local business owners, because if you can do that, they don't care. At the end of the day, they don't really care about that name. Yes, it can push the deal over the edge and get you to close because they have more trust in you, but in the end, they're going to care about what value you provide, and that's what we're going to be talking about as well, how you can provide that value, because being an author, it's not really a magical feat. It's not something unattainable. And a lot of people think that, and I used to think that as well. It's really about just helping your customer by putting some information together and helping them understand your field a little bit. Okay? Now, if not, do you have any knowledge? And as an expert in your field, you probably underestimate how much knowledge you have. Now, let me ask you this. For these local business owners, the average local business owner, do they know how to create a QR code? The average local business owner. Do they know how an SMS campaign works? All right? Some pretty simple stuff. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. But it's pretty simple stuff, for example, okay? And that's the thing. You oftentimes take that for granted, and it's really about putting what's in your head on paper so it could be referred at a later point, especially for them. And honestly, if you had 20 years or 10 years of experience, you'd probably be so advanced that the type of book you would release would be so complicated for that local business owner, for the average person, that they wouldn't even read it. They wouldn't get the value that they want and they need. And the value they need is to understand, get a basic understanding so they can be at a certain level that they can communicate with you, and you guys can structure the campaigns that you're going to be doing and you're going to be fulfilling for these clients. Now, what about the expected cost? $20,000, not too much, right? It's only $20K. 6 months of work, hundreds and hundreds of hours, $10,000 for the ghostwriter, $5,000 for publishing, $5,000 for graphics, other costs. You got to pre-order some books. Most of this money is all required up front. Now, what's the good thing, right? This day and age. And what's especially the good thing that I'm going to show you? I'm going to show you how to do it and make it extremely affordable. How do you write a book? Well, there's 3 ways. You can write it yourself, and that's probably going to take you those hundreds and hundreds of hours. Number 2, you can leverage a template. You can work off something and customize it, or you can hire a ghostwriter. Now, the thing is, who's really the author? And I was shocked. I was astonished when I read this statistic. 70% of best-selling how-to books are written by ghostwriters. That is a massive amount. You take 2 best-selling how-to books, there's a bigger probability that one of them that it wasn't written by that actual person whose little face is on that cover. I don't know about you, but give me a yes if you know that's kind of shocking. 70%. Why? Because every time when I ever walked in a bookstore, when I was anywhere and I saw a book and I saw someone's face on it, I was thinking, hey, this guy's a good writer too. I mean, he's an expert in his field. He's a good writer. He's got everything going for him. Yet 70% are written by ghostwriters. Now, if you think about it, though, it's not that crazy. Why? Because if you provide the structure, the structuring is the most important aspect. It's really like a company. For example, if you have an intern who has someone working for them, who has at least one employee, put a yes. If you have at least one employee, I'm sure some people here have someone or an outsourcer or anyone like that. All right, and there's a lot of yeses, exactly. And they do something for you, and then you kind of release it. I mean, you're gonna take credit for it, right? But you, in the end, it was you that had the mastermind idea. You structured it, and you're probably, when you get it back, you're gonna go through it. You're gonna customize it, and you're not just going to release it the way it is. All right. So Ghostwriter services. I mean, the thing is, the good thing is that they are done for you. And you really only have to think of the structure. You really only have to provide the guidance, and you take the credit. The other thing is that someone else brands it and makes it look professional. So with the internet, official publication is unnecessary. It's a little different because it looks official as long as it's positioned correctly. And honestly, you can also even print it out. You can bind it, and you can give it to top clients. Let me tell you a little story, because since I'm traveling quite a bit and I actually live outside of the United States right now, though I am from the U.S., I just sometimes the accounting situation for some personal things gets a little complicated. So I met up with this advisor here locally, and it was a good meeting. At the end of the meeting, he was like, I saw this book on the table there, and I started writing down the information. I was like, oh, that's going to be a good book for me to read, so I could find out a little bit more about my situation next time. Come there a little bit more educated. That's going to be something good. All right, this guy, yeah, he's an authority figure. But what he did at the end of the session, he took the book and he gave it to me. He said, hey, yeah, that's complimentary. That's yours. I didn't ask for it anything. And I went home and I was really excited. I mean, this is a guy that I'm going to be relying on for probably a long time, just because he did that. And after that, I actually spent a couple hours reading through it, reading different chapters. And when I go back there next time, I'm also going to be more educated. But the really cool thing was, I looked on the back, and the price tag on it was approximately 80 euros. Now, if someone, a consultant, even during a consultation that they didn't pay anything for, and they received a book on a topic that they were interested for 80 euros, would you feel that was valuable? Would you get some value out of that? And the question is, of course. The question is, of course. So the strategy here that we're going to be talking about is your own ebook, and how it is pre-programmed into our minds that authors are experts. And the thing is, no one really questions this, all right? So how do you leverage that celebrity status? We're going to go through a couple ways how to leverage that to get more clients, and so that you don't necessarily have to do the cold calls. So you don't necessarily have to do the direct mail if you don't want to. And you can literally rely just on these events. Amazon.com, you can make money. You establish yourself as an authority figure. And there's a pretty simple publishing process nowadays with Kindle. What about networking events? For example, the Chamber of Commerce, business functions, charity events. The thing is, business cards are boring. All right? Business cards are boring. Now, how many business cards do you get? You get a ton of business cards, and you probably never look at them. You probably don't enter the information anywhere. You probably just throw them away. Now, imagine you talking with someone, they're pretty interested, and you're pretty interested in what they have to say, and at the end they say, hey, if you want to find out a little bit more information, here's my book. That captures their attention. They're already pre-qualified lead from this networking event, and you give them a book, they are pretty likely to follow up. It establishes you as an authority figure, and when they're looking for a mobile marketer or a local marketer to help them revamp their online strategy, they're going to be looking towards you. Speaker at events. You could become a speaker at events. Once you're an author, people are also going to be reaching out to you. They want you because they perceive you once again as this authority figure, and you have this knowledge. Now, how do you want to structure those? And how do you want to leverage that newfound authority? You don't want to make it a pitch fest. That's the worst thing you could do. You want to give approximately 30 to 60 minutes of solid information where you're going to be teaching them, for example, about mobile marketing. And if you have any one of our old presentations, for example, our mobile marketing presentation, our mobile marketing presentation, you could take them through that and just teach them about SMS, mobile apps, mobile sites, all that good stuff, and how to implement that. And honestly, you just put your contact information at the end. If you can, then you can say something about, hey, I'm looking for some clients. We only work with a few clients, but if you're interested, here's my contact information. If they say no, then you can still put your contact information. It makes sense, right? If you have any questions, you can follow up, and you don't necessarily even have to pitch because you already established yourself and positioned yourself correctly. Now, the next thing, meeting with clients. Customers and clients like to refer to something after a meeting. So, like I said, when I met with that accounting advisor, what did he give me? He gave me his book, established him immediately as a credible source of information. And of course, when I think of an industry expert, I think of him. Now, what about fellow business owners as a giveaway for their clients? So, for example, if it's someone that's a tax attorney, all right, he might have a book from a fellow accountant that he then gives away to clients. And the thing is that business owners that are slightly related, think of it that way. So if you're a mobile marketing consultant, then maybe you have someone else in the local area that does social media, and they have their own book. This would be very beneficial to your clients. Vice versa for the social media consultant, if he or she were to offer something to their clients. And this raises their value because they're providing additional free information that's valuable, and in turn also gets you clients. So it's a win-win situation. So can we all agree right now that authority figures command higher prices? And if that's a yes, then give me a yes in the question box. And what I'm going to show you is, if you give me a yes, then what I'm going to show you is how you can become an authority figure if you have Instaportfolio, how to integrate it with Instaportfolio, and how you can literally have a book on your website, and something as well, maybe something, if you guys are nice, then something where I'm going to actually walk you through how to create a book about mobile marketing, and maybe get your hands on a mobile marketing book that could be yours to offer to your clients. So what I'm going to do now, Rich, are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yes,
all right.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you make yourself, if you right-click on yourself, can you make yourself a presenter?
Got it.
Okay. And yeah, then if you could walk everyone through WP Lead Celebrity and how they can put these book covers on their website, and how that works, and how they can collect a list of pre-qualified business owners.
Sure can. This plugin is incredible, guys. We wrote it in-house, and this is the back end of WP Lead Celebrity. What I want to show you is you get a preview pane of the book that we're going to be providing to the visitor. Check this out. I'm going to go pretty slow because I know some of the connections out there are kind of slow, but as you hover over the book, it actually opens up in 3D. This is not Flash. This is just all CSS and HTML. So let's take a look at what the options are inside the back end. With the basic versions, we're going to give you some of the templates that we're going to provide to you. In the main version, you get a couple, 4 of them. One of them is our incredible mobile SEO guide. And notice as you're making selections on the different niches, the preview updates in lifetime. There's no clicking refresh, there's no clicking submit, and everything works just like a book. It's almost like a tangible object for the visitor of the website. Okay, we can go through some more of the options. You can give a title of the book. Mobile SEO Guide is perfect. We're going to type in new for 2013. And notice how it's updating live. The author is going to be me this time, Rich Brooks. And the summary, Mobile SEO Guide. Okay, that's cool. Let's say that one of the book covers is brand new for your offerings. We're going to type new here and check out the top right corner of the book in live preview time. As we type in new, it updates in live time. And then also you can change the call to the actions. Get your copy now, as well as get your copy now inside the book. I'm just going to say get your copy, and look, they're different inside of each other. This is also SEO friendly, so if Google indexes the page, you will actually rank for those keywords, of course with some other factors. And then here's the key. We can send the person that clicks on this book or interacts with this book to any destination URL they want to on the web, whether that be their own offering, whether it be lead pages, Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, even Amazon.com or ClickBank. We can send them anywhere. You just stick your affiliate ID stuff in there, and as soon as the visitor clicks on this website link, they'll open up a new window and you'll get credit for that tag. Okay, and with the OTO, we actually have some options built in that you'll go over for some more call to actions. That really covers the back end of WP Lead Celebrity.
Okay, great. Let me show everybody then. Let me get right here. Let me become the presenter and show everybody how it looks on Instaportfolio. All right, so here we have this special page right here regarding Instaportfolio, and if you look, then what I highly recommend is anyone that has their website, they need to brand themselves as that authority figure right on that website, offer a book to everyone, and probably, whether it's the whole book, whether it's a snippet of it, then something for free. And we have, for example, right here, let me actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up my Chrome right here. Then we have it right here. If you look, is our mobile SEO guide. All right, that we have. And if you just click on it, then it redirects you to these lead pages, and you can integrate with anything, with Aweber, with GetResponse, with MailChimp, whatever, to any type of opt-in form, even to a video. So it could play anything. It could be redirected to a video about the book as well. Whatever you want to do, and but what we do, we have this redirected to an opt-in form so that we could build that list. And you could build that list of qualified business owners who are interested, and when they then get it, when they enter their email address, what do they get? So they get this mobile SEO guide from SqueezeMobi, as you can see right here, and it's this 11-page guide on how mobile SEO is going to make a difference in their business and how it's ever important to become mobile, to have a mobile-friendly site, and all of that good stuff. All right. So number one, that positions us as an authority figure, and number two, they have some valuable information. They understand this pre-sells them when they actually go in and call us. When they call us, you know that client is extremely interested. All right. And the other thing though is let me go over, and it's really simple. As you can see, it just takes a few simple steps. And the 4-step process is you install the plugin, you set it up on your website, whether it's Instaportfolio, whether it's any other website that you may have. It could be one that's for social media. It could be one that's for SEO. It could be for whatever. It doesn't have to be mobile. We're just showing you a mobile example just because our community is mostly focused on mobile marketing. And you then rebrand the mobile SEO book as yours. You print out a few physical copies to leave with clients with the method that I showed you. They don't have to be real copies. It's enough if you just go to Kinko's, you bind it up, you make it look professional, you make it look nice, and then you start doing the same for your clients. And that's where it gets really cool, because if we look into the back end of this, then you see that we didn't just include one for you to become a celebrity, an authority figure. If we look at these niches, then we see right here that there is all these other niches. For example, computer services. All right. What about the lawyer? All right. What about the realtor? And the realtor niche is huge. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but it's huge, especially for people who are looking to buy homes. One of these books and this advice that can really change their life. I mean, this is an important decision that they're going to be making, so the realtor niche is huge. All right? And, for example, for the wedding planner, it could be literally anything, and we have these book covers, and what's the whole purpose of that? The whole purpose of it is that you have these book covers, and you can then go to the clients and you can get them and sell them on the exact same concept. So what else do we have regarding this concept? Well, this presentation that I've been showing you, pretty much this exact same presentation that you take your business owners through. So if you want, let me actually show that to you and how that presentation exactly works. All right, because what you want to do is when you meet with these clients, you want to take them through some of these PowerPoint slides, and you just want to make sure that they understand the importance. They understand why it's important to also become an author, and how that's going to help their clients and how it's going to help them close those clients. So we created this 60-page slide deck on what you need to take those clients through so that you can close them on becoming an author. All right, and what we do after that is, if we need something written, then we have access to a ghostwriter that does all of that writing for us. So we don't actually have to do that, and we can just provide her with the information, and she's going to get a 10,000, 20,000 page book written for us for just a couple $100. Yet you could sell that to one of your clients. You can manage the process, help them structure it for over $2,000. All right. So, like I said, this is a 60-page slide deck, and the first 30 slides are about selling the actual client, making sure that they learn about this, they understand the importance, you give them value, and then there's also a couple slides on additional service offerings that we have, for example. So, how do you scale this up? Where is the real potential? And that's, like I mentioned in step number 4, is when you start doing the same for your clients. And one of the cool things is when you can do this, not necessarily for some of those other niches, but like I said, the real estate niche. And the real estate niche is really cool, and I'm going to show you exactly how this real estate niche works. Let me show this to you right here. And we have this real estate book that we got written, and it's, as you can see, it's 34 pages, and it's basically, what do you do, how the right realtor will save you money when buying or selling your home. And this is a huge value for any prospective home buyer, for even someone that's selling their home. And if a realtor is going to give this to their potential clients, this is going to save them a lot of time. And this is not just junk information, all right? This isn't information where it's like, all right, this some crappy PLR, but this is highly targeted, very, very professionally written, whether it's talking about anything from finding the right neighborhood, skills at negotiation that can potentially help that client of the realtor save also thousands and thousands of dollars. Spotting potential disasters like mold. Like I said, this is not just some crappy PLR that you read through it and you're like, oh, of course, I knew this, I knew this. This is only a gimmick that this realtor is doing. No, this is actually a pretty quality information. Realtors can assist you with finding financing, down payments, all those good things. And so we got that created so that when talking to realtors, like I said, it's a very high profit niche that we can go in with this and close these realtors for a very high price. So that's just a little case study that I wanted to cover. And what I want to go into is I want to ask, who would have more confidence if they could instantly become an author and turn their clients into authors as well? Give me a yes, give me a me, give me a yes in the question box. I want to get some excitement going because I'm gonna present to everybody on here. If you give me a yes, I'm gonna present to everyone on here, and I see absolutely yes, is our WP Lead Celebrity, and how you can literally become an instant authority figure tonight. How you can have your own book tonight, and how you can have a whole package for realtors so that you can start closing those $2,000 deals. And the basic version is WP Lead Celebrity, what Rich showed you, how you can get those 3 templates and those 3 client covers, including the mobile marketing cover. So you can install that plugin. You can have that on your site immediately. And when they need to download something, you give them one of the 3 Google mobile playbooks, depending on where you are, whether it's the US, UK, or Australia, or if anywhere else, then you give them the US version. But this gives you, this is not your own book, but it's something from Google that makes people click through and gets them excited, and you could still build that list of business owners. And we're going to be going over, and we're going to do a bonus technical Q&A to make sure that everyone gets set up on Monday at 5 p.m. about this. Now, what you really want to do and what you need to get in on is the pro version. Everyone has to get in on the pro version. Why? Because the pro version it includes SEO, Google optimized book titles, advanced functionalities such as the Shake. And let me just show you real quick right here when I was logged in to the back end that you have all of these functionalities that you don't have as a part of the basic version. For example, book style, hardcover, paperback. If you want to put images there, if you want to do any of these animations, for example, the Shake, you see how it shakes, and it really increases those conversions and helps it out a lot. On top of that, you have unlimited installs. So you can install this not only for yourself, but for all of your clients as well. So you can create these book covers on their sites. You get the developer's license. Any advanced changes you need to make, you can now make them. However, the biggest thing that I'm really excited about is you get 15 done-for-you cover niches. Adobe Photoshop PSD files with them, so you can target any of these niches and set this up for anyone on their website and start helping your local businesses become celebrities, build their list of highly targeted clients. And as you can see, hair salon, we got hotels, we got hypnosis, mobile SEO. All of these you get even for the travel agent, you get for the auto dealership, for the car mechanic, you get everything for the wedding planner as well. And you get that mobile SEO book. That SEO book that I showed you, and now you see here it says Squeeze Moby. But with this book, you get the rights to rebrand it and put your own name on it. Anyone, anywhere can download it. You can build your list of highly qualified local business owners, and you can literally have your own book almost pretty much written. You could change it up to make it a little bit your style if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And let me show you. If you look here, this is the rebrandable version that you can literally just PDF up, and there's no mention of Squeeze Moby on there. On top of that, number 6, the pro version comes with a ninja string and tutorial. We're going to teach you how you can mass email. If you have a list, how you can mass email a ton, maybe 100 business owners at the same time if you have that list, and each one will then bring in, if we look here, so for example, let's say you're emailing Joe Schmo, the business owner, instead of by Javar. When he clicks that link, it's going to bring his name in there, and it's going to say by Joe Schmo, business owner. So it's highly targeted and really ups those conversions, and it's impressive for these clients. This is what closes those deals. Now, the other thing you want to get in on is the upgrade number 2, so that you can get in on the local business package, and that includes number 1, this PowerPoint, this 60-deck PowerPoint, so that you can close all of these business owners. All right, this is the step-by-step how you provide value for them and how you close them. It makes it super easy. On top of that, it includes those 30 additional service slides, and the biggest thing, this is why we're only limiting the upgrade number 2, the local business package, to 100 people, is that that we're including that professionally written 33-page real estate book. So any realtor that you want to close, you can set them up with that book. It's ghostwritten by our ghostwriter, and you can set them up. They can now become an authority figure. You can close those $2,000 deals, and that's huge. So we can only limit that to the first 100 people for the local business package. All right? And you get special access to our ghostwriter. We're giving those people that get on the local business package access to our ghostwriter, so you can get anything written that you want. Now, our guarantee is that if you don't crush this, if you just don't crush it, and you install it, you approach a couple clients, it doesn't work for that basic version. We're going to give you not 100, but a 200% money back guarantee. And honestly, I mean, this is an $8,000 value. This is huge, and I've seen people even charge $2,100 for packages like this. But of course, we're going to give you a huge deal. I think we're probably going crazy one more time, but we're giving you the basic version for just $7, the pro version for $67, and the local business upgrade for only $97. And it has just gone live, I believe. Squeeze.mobi/WPLC, and I just want to make sure that everyone can see this. All right, great. So squeeze.mobi/WPLC. Avi, please put if anyone's here, let me put this in here, because this is going to go crazy, and I just want to make sure that everyone is getting in on this. And WPLC, all right, and you have to get in on at least the pro version. I want you to get in on that local business upgrade as well, because you get access, once again, to our ghostwriter. If you get on the local business upgrade, you get access to our ghostwriter. So when you close any client, or if you want like your specific book to be written, she's also giving everyone that gets in and that is referred to us a $50 off for any book that you get written that's 20,000 pages. All right. And honestly, it's a super cool deal. But you could just go with the mobile SEO book as well. And honestly, and we're not getting any kickbacks for that. We're just referring people that's a part of the local business package. So if you then get like a deal with her or anything, we're not getting any kickbacks or anything like that. All right. John's asking, what's her price per book? It's let me calculate it right now. For a 10,000 word book, it's about $300. So, but you get the discount, so it's going to be between $250 and $275 for like a 10,000 word book. All right. Once you get in on, but you need to get in on that local business package. All right. And let me see. All right, let's see. So who is in on the basic version and the pro version? Like I said, you need to get in on the pro version. You have to buy first the basic version before you can get in on the pro version. And it's a complete steal. I mean, $171 for the whole thing, and honestly, even for $171, you would be paying for something like this, a package like this. I've seen it being sold for $2,000. That doesn't mean that our package is I mean, the quality is there, and then you get access to that ghostwriter as well. All right, so let's see. Let me just make sure. Now, Steve is asking, is the mobile SEO book the same as the mobile playbook? No. The mobile SEO book, the mobile playbook is from Google, all right? That has actually, it's completely different. Now, the mobile SEO book, that's something that was written that we put together. So that makes you literally a mobile authority, and the Google's book you cannot rebrand, all right? But this one you can rebrand. Yep. And Chimang is asking, Ghostwriter only for upgrade number 2? Yes. Yes. Ghostwriter upgrade, yes, that is only for upgrade number 2. All right. And let's let's see. So I mean, it's looking like, all right. Let me see. Is anyone else? Galen said link is to a 404 page. Did anyone else get that? I just want to make sure that that everyone is being able to get in on that. Okay, Roger, you're fine. Okay. The basic version is. Hey Jay, nice to have you. Nice to have you in the house. Nice to have you here, man. So I'm seeing Steve's asking, what about the basic version? Do you get the mobile SEO guide? No, you do not get the mobile SEO guide for the basic version. All right, only for the pro version. So that's why I said, the basic version it's really only for starters. And if that's all you can afford, then I recommend you get on the basic version, but you really want to get in on that pro version and that local business upgrade, all right, because that's where you're going to be able to have that branding immediately, and you could do the exact same thing for your local business clients, all right? All right, so, you could still, for example, create your own PDF and have that plugin for the basic version, and I highly recommend it. But you really want to. So Mark is asking, what does the basic version include? Let me show you. It includes 4 niches. Let me show you exactly what the basic version includes right here. It includes 4 niches, and including the mobile marketing one. So you still get branded right here, the mobile marketing niche. It includes this one, so you still get branded as a mobile marketing consultant, and you could still take it to realtors, you could still take it to lawyers. It includes 3 other niches, and it includes the Google Mobile Playbooks, links to that, so that you can offer something for people, for local business owners when you upload this to your site, so that you could still build your list. Okay? All right. And let me just make sure. Okay. Tim is asking, can I take the pro version tonight and upgrade next week? You can. These are all on a dime sale, so I highly recommend that you get in. I highly recommend that you get in now, preferably rather than later. But you can. We might take. We're definitely shutting this down. This is only available to Sunday. This is only a weekend offer, okay? And we are closing this down. Katya, no, it does not, okay? Marek, yes, you are right. Steve's asking, what extras do we get with the Pro version? All right, let me show that to you one more time. All right, so the first thing that you get is the mobile SEO guide. You get this 11-page mobile SEO guide that you can rebrand as your own business, and you could do that. The other thing that you get as well, let me show you real quick, is right here is you get these 15 additional niches. So you get, for example, the fashion shop, hair salon, you get the hotel, you get the lawyer, you get all of these really, really cool niches. All right. All right. And you get some online niches. If you're doing, if anyone's doing any online marketing, you get some online niches. And like I said, this has been 30% more effective for Charles. He says when building his list, when getting his qualified leads, this has been 30% more effective. Plus, you get all these other options. For example, you could choose if you want paperback, hardcover, what you want to do, if you want to put image or text. And on top of that, you can also choose these different, for example, you could do like the bounce feature, right? So this is also helpful in increasing conversion rates, getting people's attention. Okay? And you get the PSDs. Yes, Catherine, you do get the PSDs for that. Okay? Chi Meng is asking, is this to set up for our clients rather than our own website? No, this is, you want to set it up, number one, for yourself. That's the first thing you want to do. And then you want to set it up for all your clients. All right, so you want to first position yourself as an authority figure and then help your clients do the exact same thing. No, Michael, you do not get the mobile SEO guide in the basic version. Robert's asking, can you go over the local biz upgrade? Okay, sure, Robert. I can go over that. Let me go over that one more time. All right, so the cool thing is you get this whole real estate book. Number one is you get this 34-page real estate book with this professionally designed cover by us. And as you can see, it has your name there, so you can just put your name in there. And it goes through, this is for the realtor niche, of a niche I highly recommend that everyone focuses on, a very high profit niche. And it's about, it's basically for how the right realtor will save you money. So it's for the realtor to give to his potential clients, right? So if you set the realtor up for this, it establishes them as that authority figure, as that expert realtor, and it provides value to his customers. So they're more likely to come back. They're more likely as well, if they like it, any one of their friends. Let me ask you this. What happens if you have this book, if Joe or Bob, the realtor, gave you this book, and you used him, but you used him a year ago, and then one of your best buddies is buying a house, and this book really helped you when you're choosing your house, when you're doing negotiations, what are you going to do? You're going to give it to them, right? Exactly. And when you give it to them, when they read it and they realize this is a local realtor, what then happens? They of course reach out to him, and that's a new client for them, for this realtor. So you get that book. As a part of the local business upgrade, you get access to our ghostwriter. Once again, that is only available to the first 100 people. That book and the ghostwriter is available to the first 100 people. And the second thing that you get as a part of the local business upgrade is right here. If you look at this PowerPoint, you get the 60-page PowerPoint so that you can pretty much like auto close these business owners. Okay. Okay. Ted, if you just X out, then that's okay. Okay, you could just X out. Yes, John. Yes, John. Yep. Um, I will repeat this, but for those people, once again, this closes down, and of course, there's a money back guarantee. So I highly recommend that you get in on. Okay, Robert is saying that the second OTO is no longer functioning if it already sold out. Robert, I have to check, but I can check for you if you want, Robert. But I did not think that it would sell out that quick, even though that there are still over 200 people on this webinar. But I can check. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, okay. Jens is saying Squeeze Moby aren't about saturation. They closed the doors. So yeah, I mean we prefer to do that. We prefer to do that, and that's the way we like to run it. And so if you want to get in on it, I highly recommend that you get in on it right now. Mark's asking, do we get the redirect to the autoresponder page with the basic version? No, we created that redirect through Lead Pages, Mark. So if you have GetResponse, if you have Aweber, they all create forms, so you can do it. Nelson's asking, did I miss something? I don't understand how a client would pay $2,500 to get to just put that book on their website and gain leads. Nelson, the thing is, the client won't pay, just for you to set up this plugin. The client's going to pay. You're going to work with him in order to create their own book, and then you're going to reach out back to our ghostwriter and you're going to have a whole book written for that client. All right, but the ghostwriter is good. It's not like you have to babysit her. So basically, your client gets a whole book, and they get all of this set up on their website. It's not just a setup. All right. Evans is asking if we already have a few ebooks written, can we add our own content? Yeah, you can add your own content. And the good thing about the ghostwriter, she's really good. She's literally a ghostwriter, meaning I asked her, hey, can you give me some case studies that I could talk about as well, so that we can talk a little bit more about some local case studies. And she's all about confidentiality, so you don't have to worry that she's going to reuse your content or anything like that. And literally you get, your client, or for yourself, if you want to get one written from her about mobile marketing, about something specifically for mobile marketing, then she'll do that as well. Okay. Okay. Olaf is in. Jesse, are you? I hope it shouldn't get stuck. All right, and Rod's asking, how do you change the background on the mobile SEO book? Rod, maybe we can go over that a little bit more in the technical. I don't want to really go over that right now, but maybe we can go over that in the technical Q&A on Monday. Yes, that SEO book is an ebook written with business content. Can you sell it on Amazon? Can you sell your books on Amazon? Yeah, of course. Okay. All right. Now, do you guys want me to go over in a few minutes? Do you want me to go through the offer one more time, so that you can understand exactly? Okay. So give me 1 second, Robert. I will try to. Give me 1 second. Robert, did you see what I sent you? Okay. Yes, two ready written books come with the product. One on mobile SEO and one for realtors. Okay. Yes, Catherine, like Catherine said, I don't recommend you sell these books that we're giving you on Amazon, but I do recommend if you have something ghost written, once we give you that contact for our ghostwriter, then you can sell that on Amazon. Okay. All right. Who's in, by the way, for all three? Who's in for the whole enchilada? All right, cool. Let me go through this one more time. Let me go through this one more time then, and I will show you exactly how that's working, okay? Give me a second. I'm just going to check something real quick. And I just want to make sure that we are all on the same page. Okay. And I will show this to you. All right. Cool. So if we go back, let me walk everybody through this. And just so you can get a sense of how this is working. Okay. So the basic version right here is WP Lead Celebrity. It's basically with 3 done-for-you templates, one as well for the mobile marketing niche, and the bonus 3 Google Mobile Playbooks, and a technical Q&A to get you set up as well. Now, the Pro version, it includes the SEO Google Optimized book titles, advanced functionalities such as the Shake technology, unlimited. So you get unlimited installs. You can install it for your clients. You can literally install it for anyone. And you get the developer's license. So any advanced changes you need to make, now that you have access, you can play around with it. And that makes it pretty valuable. You get 15 done-for-you cover niches. And where it gets really big, as you can see here, are some of the niches that you get for the florist, Forex, gain weight. So if you're doing anything online as well, then you get all that too. Mobile SEO, you get the travel, you get as well as car dealerships, all of those good things. On top of that, you get the mobile SEO book, professionally written, rebrandable, Squeeze Moby design cover, and basically with that you become immediately a professional mobile consultant. We're going to give you this ninja string and tutorial, like I said, so that you can bring in the names of whoever you're targeting, whoever you're emailing to, and when they click one of your emails and they get onto one of these pages, like right here, it's going to bring their name and it's going to show that as the author. Now, you really want to get in on the local business package because you get the 30-slide PowerPoint deck. So you can sell business owners on this. You get 30 additional service slides. You get the professionally written 33-page real estate book for your clients. And you get access to our ghostwriter. And like I said, 200% money back guarantee. hopefully makes that a no-brainer. So squeeze.mobi/WPLC. Okay. Okay, Roger, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, okay, Roger? Okay, I sent that to you. Okay. Okay. All right. PJ, is there a limit on how often to use your ghostwriter? No, you can use her as much. I mean, she's going to charge you extra. There's not, you get access to her, but it does cost something. Like I said, we don't get kickbacks or anything for that. You just get access to her, and you can use her as much as you want. All right, guys, any other questions? Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up. And if you want, what I'm going to let you do is get in on this. You can go to squeezemobi.zendesk.com if you have any questions, if you need anything. And also, then there's a Q&A webinar. If you look on the sales page, there's a Q&A webinar there as well. All right, the Q&A webinar that you can go into, and Rich is going to be there. He's going to be answering your questions. If you have any technical questions, if you want to see how to get set up, all that stuff, okay?